Hello and welcome. This is the beginning of our English shadowing practice. My name is Tom. I am very happy you are here. This podcast is for English learners. It is for people who can understand English but cannot speak well. Maybe you are like this. You watch English movies. You listen to English songs. You can read English books. You understand many things, but when you try to speak, it feels difficult. Your mouth is slow. Your brain feels empty. You stop speaking. Do not worry. You are not alone. Millions of learners have this problem. They study grammar. They study vocabulary. They can pass tests. But in real life, they cannot speak easily. Why does this happen? Because listening is passive. When you listen, you are quiet. You only receive information. But speaking is active. You must choose words. You must make sentences fast. You must use your voice. This is harder. Another reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think, what if people laugh? They feel shy, so they stay silent. But silence cannot help. To speak English, you must speak. The good news is, you can improve. You can practice slowly. You can grow step by step. We will use shadowing together. You listen to my voice. You repeat my words. You follow my rhythm, like a shadow follows your body. This is the first step. Do not worry about mistakes. Just practice. Just speak, and your English will grow.
Now let us talk about listening and speaking. They look similar, but they are very different. Listening is passive. When you listen, you're quiet. You only hear sounds. You only receive information. Your brain works, but your mouth does not move. You do not create sentences. You do not use your voice. You just listen. Speaking is active. When you speak, you must choose words. You must put words in order. You must use grammar. You must use your mouth, your tongue, and your voice. And you must do this very fast. Speaking is creating, not just receiving. That is why speaking feels more difficult. Many learners spend years listening. They listen to teachers. They listen to recordings. They listen to songs. They understand many things, but they do not practice speaking. So they cannot speak. It is like watching someone play the piano. You know the music, but if you never touch the piano, you cannot play. To play, you must practice with your hands. To speak English, you must practice with your mouth. Shadowing helps with this. When you shadow, you listen and speak at the same time. You copy the sound. You copy the rhythm. You copy the stress. This connects listening and speaking. It makes listening active. It makes speaking easier. So remember, listening is good, but listening alone is not enough. To speak well, you must also practice speaking. Open your mouth, use your voice, and practice every day.
Another big problem for learners is fear. The fear of making mistakes. Maybe you know this feeling. You want to speak English. You have words in your head, but your mouth stays closed. You feel nervous. You feel shy. Your heart beats fast. Your mind goes blank. Why does this happen? One reason is school. In school, mistakes are punished. If your answer is wrong, you lose points. So you learn to avoid mistakes.
You learn to stay safe. But in real life, speaking is not a test. Speaking is communication. In communication, mistakes are normal. Mistakes are part of learning. Another reason is other people. Learners think, what if people laugh? They think, what if I sound stupid? But most people are kind. Most people respect your effort. They are happy if you try. They do not care about small mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes. They forget words. They change sentences. They say, and So why should you be afraid? Mistakes do not mean failure. Mistakes mean progress. Think about a baby. A baby does not wait for perfect grammar. A baby does not wait for perfect pronunciation. A baby just tries. The baby falls. The baby tries again. And soon, the baby walks. You must do the same. Speak, make mistakes, and try again. So, remember, do not fear mistakes. Welcome mistakes, because mistakes are the road to fluency.
Many learners pass through something called the silent period. What is the silent period? It is the time when you only listen but do not speak. At the beginning, this is normal. Children also have a silent period. They listen to their parents for months. They understand sounds, words, and tone, but they do not speak yet. This is natural. For English learners, the silent period can be helpful. Listening gives you input. Input builds your brain. It helps you understand meaning. It prepares you for speaking later. But here is the problem. Some learners stay silent for too long. They listen for years. They read for years. They study grammar for years. But they never open their mouth. And because they never practice, they cannot speak. Think about swimming. You can watch swimming videos. You can read swimming books. You can understand how swimming works. But if you never go into the water, you cannot swim. The same is true for English. If you never speak, you cannot be fluent. So the silent period is only the beginning. It is not the goal. Yes, listen a lot. Yes, build your input. But also start speaking. Even simple words, even short sentences. Hello, my name is Tom. I like English. These small steps are important. Remember, listening prepares you. Speaking trains you. You need both. Do not stay silent forever. Use your voice. Start now.
Many learners think they need more vocabulary. They believe, if I learn 1,000 more words, I can speak. So they buy big dictionaries. They study long word lists. They memorize difficult terms. But still, they cannot speak fluently. Why does this happen? Because vocabulary and fluency are not the same. Vocabulary means how many words you know. Fluency means how easily you can use words. You can know many words, but if you cannot use them fast, you are not fluent. Think about a library. A library has thousands of books, but if the books are locked, you cannot read them. They are useless. The same is true for vocabulary. If words stay locked in your memory, you cannot use them. They are only knowledge, not fluency. Fluency needs practice. It needs repetition. It needs speaking again and again. Even with simple words, you can speak fluently. You can say, I like this. You can say, I don't like that. You can say,
please help me. These sentences are simple, but very useful. Many learners wait for big words. They want to sound smart. But simple words are powerful. Native speakers also use simple words every day. They speak clearly, not with complicated terms. So remember, vocabulary is important, but fluency is more important. It is better to use 100 words fluently than 1,000 words silently. Do not only collect words, practice words, speak words, make sentences, use them in real life. This is how vocabulary becomes fluency.
Now let us talk about shadowing. Shadowing is one of the best methods to improve speaking. What is shadowing? Shadowing means listening and repeating at the same time. When you shadow, you do not wait. You listen to the speaker's voice, and immediately you copy the words. You copy the rhythm. You copy the stress. Your voice follows like a shadow. That is why we call it shadowing. Why is shadowing powerful? Because it connects listening and speaking. Many learners only listen. They understand, but they stay silent. With shadowing, you listen and speak together. You use your ears and your mouth at the same time. This makes your brain faster. This makes your speech more natural. Shadowing also trains your mouth. English has different sounds. Some sounds are difficult. By repeating after a voice, your mouth learns new movements. Your tongue and lips get stronger. Your pronunciation improves. Your fluency grows. Another benefit is confidence. When you shadow, you are not alone. You have a model. You have a guide. You do not need to create new sentences. You only copy. This makes you feel safe. Step by step, your fear becomes smaller. Step by step, your courage grows. So remember, shadowing is not just repeating. It is active training. It is daily exercise for your English. It makes listening active. It makes speaking automatic. It helps you move from understanding to fluency. Now, let us learn how to practice shadowing every day. You do not need special tools. You only need your phone or computer. And you need your voice. Step 1. Choose simple material. Do not start with long movies. Do not start with fast news. Begin with short and clear audio. For example, a short podcast, or a slow English story, or even this recording. Step 2, listen one time. Do not speak yet. Just listen carefully. Understand the sound. Understand the meaning. Step 3, shadow. Play the audio again. This time, repeat the words at the same time. Do not worry about mistakes. Do not worry about being perfect. Just follow the voice. Be like an echo. Be like a shadow. Step 4. Repeat many times. One time is not enough. Shadow again and again. Each time, you will sound better. Each time, you will feel faster. Step 5. Record yourself. Use your phone to record. Then listen to your voice. Compare it with the original. Do you sound similar? Do you need more practice? This step is very powerful. Step 6. Be consistent. Shadowing works if you practice every day. Even 10 minutes is enough. Do not wait for free time. Make time. Practice in the morning. Practice before sleep. Small practice every day brings big results. So remember, choose simple audio. Listen, shadow, repeat, record, be consistent. This is the daily shadowing routine.
When you practice shadowing, you may face problems. This is normal. Do not worry. Let us talk about common problems and how to fix them. Problem 1. The audio is too fast. You try to follow, but your mouth cannot keep up. What can you do? Choose slower audio. Or listen many times before shadowing. Remember, start easy, then go harder. Problem 2. You cannot hear clearly. Some words sound strange. Some words disappear. What can you do? Use subtitles or transcripts. Read the text one time. Then shadow with the audio again. Little by little, your ears will improve. Problem 3. Your voice is weak. You feel shy to speak loudly. But shadowing needs energy. So, speak with confidence. Speak louder. Do not whisper. Train your mouth like a muscle. Stronger voice means stronger fluency. Problem 4. You get bored. Repeating many times feels tiring. What can you do? Choose interesting content. Songs, stories, jokes, podcasts. If you enjoy the audio, shadowing is fun. If you enjoy it, you will continue. Problem 5. You compare yourself too much. You think, I sound bad. You think, I cannot be perfect. Stop this. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to improve step by step. Even small progress is success. So, remember, problems are part of learning. Do not quit because of them. Fix one problem at a time. Stay patient, stay positive. Keep shadowing, and you will see results.
Many learners feel shy when speaking English. They are afraid of mistakes. They are afraid of judgment. They think, my English is not good enough. But shadowing can help you build confidence. Why? Because shadowing gives you a safe environment. You are not in an exam. You are not talking to a teacher. You are not talking to strangers. You are only copying a voice. This makes practice easier. It removes pressure. When you shadow, you hear correct English. You copy correct pronunciation. You copy correct rhythm. This means you cannot be completely wrong. Even if you make small mistakes, most of your sentence is correct. This gives you confidence. Confidence grows with repetition. The more you shadow, the more natural it feels. At first, you may feel nervous. Your tongue feels heavy. Your brain feels slow. But after 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, your brain feels lighter. Your mouth moves faster. You start to trust yourself. Another way shadowing builds confidence is through success. Imagine you shadow a story today. You repeat it many times. Tomorrow, you listen again. Suddenly, it feels easier. You realize, I improved. This success makes you believe in yourself. Step by step, shadowing breaks fear. Step by step, it builds courage. You learn that mistakes are not the enemy. Silence is the enemy. Speaking is the victory. So remember, shadowing is not only practice for your mouth. It is also practice for your heart. It gives you courage. It gives you belief. It helps you say, yes, I can speak English.
Part 10. Final advice and motivation. Congratulations, my friend. You have reached the final part of this shadowing practice. You listened. You repeated. You learned step by step. This is already a big achievement. Now let us talk about the final advice. Fluency is not magic. Fluency is not luck. Fluency is training. Like exercise for the body, shadowing is exercise for the tongue. If you train daily, you become strong. If you stop, you become weak again. So, the secret is consistency. Do not wait for perfect time. Do not wait for perfect mood. Practice a little every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Small practice builds big results. Also, do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are teachers. Each mistake shows you what to fix. Without mistakes, you cannot grow. So, smile at mistakes. Welcome them. Then improve. Remember, you do not need thousands of words. You do not need to sound like a native. You only need to communicate, to share ideas, to connect with people. This is the real goal of English. Shadowing is your tool. It trains your ears. It trains your mouth. It trains your brain. With shadowing, you move from silence to speech, from understanding to fluency. So, my friend, keep going. Do not quit. Do not stop. Every day, shadow a little. One day, you will look back and say, "Yes, I can speak English now." Thank you for joining this journey. I am proud of you. See you in the next practice.